Welcome back to another episode of Broke Mirror, guys. You probably just saw me. I was touching up some of the spots that I burned through on the paint. For right now, I did end up buffing the car again, polishing the car. This thing has taken a lot of work. I will never use single stage paint again. Just non-forgiving. I now see why we use clear coat on top of base. As far as I'm concerned, paint's pretty much done, but what I want to do is to reinstall this front end along with the headlights and the temperature sensor that popped off all the codes when I bought this thing. So probably gonna do that first, then find where I should mount it. I think it just goes somewhere on the front bumper. Anyway, gonna get started with that. I ended up putting on the front bumper, getting a few other little things installed like the fog lights, all the trim, stuff like that. But my goal for today is to hopefully get everything installed back on this car that's off of it. Tomorrow we're gonna go to the junkyard, get some stuff, but for today I want to make that my goal, get everything on here, and if we still have time, maybe do some oil change, stuff like that. The other thing I want to start with is I painted all these little spots yesterday, and I want to wet sand and buff those out. After those, I'm just gonna start throwing parts back on this car as fast as I can and get this thing done. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, it is Saturday morning. This video is probably coming out late because I want to get this car done. Hopefully by Tuesday to go into an auction. Ideally tonight, so I can kind of run through things, God forbid scenarios. But right now, it's pretty early. I'm going to run to the junkyard to get some tires. They're probably going to open in about 30 minutes. I want to be there first to make sure I get the good tires. Yeah, feeling a little beat, feeling a little worn out, but I'm going to head there now. I'll see you guys in a bit. Well, that was an epic failure. I'm sure you can tell by how red my face is. I spent a while out in the junkyards. You guys probably just watched me get a clip of me getting tires for the Ford Explorer finally, which I've been wanting to do for like a year. But I did not find one single tire to fit this car to replace any of them. I found some that were close sizes, but every time they were close, like 3 out of the 4 were good. I just never found a set that would make it work. I never found 4 good ones that were just slightly different sized, or 3 good ones that were the same size. It was just a failure. But I walked 3 entire junkyards, looked at every single car's tires, and never found them. But what I'm gonna do, I think, or at least I'm gonna start for today, is installing the back panels to this door. Hopefully both doors, and then I think I'll probably do the logos over there on the doors and on the hood. Anyway, I'm gonna get started with this. Hopefully it goes much smoother than the past 6 hours. sorry, I forgot to mention our sponsor. So this episode is brought to you guys by Delphi. These guys make these cool headbands, and it can be controlled just by the wave of your hand. So on, off. It also has 4 different settings of the light, brightness, or style. This thing couldn't have came at a better time. I was just looking at buying one of these, but they were like the 2 little knobby ones, and you got to always angle them, and thought it was cool, but a little bit expensive. But then this thing came, and it's just perfect. I mean, the brightness is insane. This is all from the headlamp. The side light, look at that thing. Isn't that crazy? I'm stoked. I could literally just work with this thing in here right now. It's all I would need. So I'm very impressed with the product. So right now I think Delphi is already running a promotion for 40% off the normal price. Also with this headband, I got an extra 15% off discount code. I'm gonna give that to one of the Patreons. So whichever one of my Patreons mentions Patreon down in the comments first, I'm gonna give you that coupon so you get an additional 15% off. So if you want one, make sure to go down. There's a link in the description for an extra 10% off today. I think that brings up to almost 50% off completely. Very psyched for these guys. Very happy that they're a sponsor. I hope you guys get to enjoy as well. But for right now, back to taking out this heater controller unit. Alright guys, the Jeep is done. There were some things I didn't record just because I thought they'd be a little monotonous and boring, or you've seen them a bunch of times. I cleaned up the car a little bit more, again, one more time. But anyway, so right now what I would like to do is the before and afters that I've been forgetting to do for the past couple builds. So here we go. It's Thursday morning. I brought the Jeep to auction last night, and The Jeep is about to roll to auction. We're about 40 cars away from it going across the line. I'm hoping it does good. Right now, it looks like people are offering way less than what cars are worth. My MMR looks to be, by these guys' standard, between 12 and 13,000. It's kind of what I'm hoping for, is somewhere in there. I would take a little bit less, probably around 11. But from what I'm seeing, everyone's getting kind of hit hard. So I don't know. I might have to bring this car to the next auction up north. See what happens. Anyway, check it out. All right. Mine is up next. Here we go.
Put your 9 26 here to the big big here comes forward here. Hit it on him, hand the big SV. Recently smog. Title will come with sponsor. As is, the mom of the big down, 13 grand. 13 to the button, 13 to the big down. Hit it again, 13, 13, 13. 10, 2, 10 pounds and $1 2 pound. A 10 of the big 2 pound, leave it again there, 2 pound of the big 10 and
oh, come on.
A 10 grand, 250, roll it. A 10 over the big now, 2 pound of the money, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit pound of the big hand, pound of the money, hit it, about a 10, 250, and not high pass. We go to 9.
Well, that was a failure. With that said, guys, I think because of that not selling and not even getting a hit, God, that irritated me so bad. But because of that, I now have to bring the car up north, which is about an hour 20 the opposite direction, for that auction that goes off on Monday. I think I'm going to release this video on Sunday like I normally do. So I think I'm just going to put the sale of the Jeep in the next video. And then hopefully I can buy another flip in between that time. But anyway, until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Later, guys.